Hey y'all, it's Jareth here, developer of Okinawa, part of Really Cool Games and Otisang, and I'm here to deliver the news about the patch notes of update 1.0.1. We're going to be going over all of the things that are in this update, and we're going to be going over where they are, where you can find them, and how they were different from version 1.0.0. This will include spoilers from the game, I guess, if you want to go and find these things yourself. But if you're stuck on something or you have no idea where to find it, I will go through this with you. Fixed a line from the blurb that appears after you defeat Toho God. Now should be middle aligned as opposed to as it was top aligned before. This is a very small fix, and it really wasn't that big of an issue beforehand, but now it should be as it was intended to be, all middle aligned. Added something above Toho's building. Basically, when you're coming up here to Toho's building, and you go over and around up to above the building there, and you come into this small crevice here, there will be a line of dialogue. The door will be locked, but you hear someone inside. Your character says hello, and then waits a few seconds. There's no response. If you click again, the words come up, probably shouldn't take the risk, and nothing else will happen. It's not until you defeat Toho that the guy who's behind the door eventually appears, and it turns out to be a new playable character. Added a quick descend on the top floor of Hirohito's tower. This makes it so you don't have to go all the way back down each of the floors if you forgot something. While this is true, and we did add a quick descend feature, we did not add a quick ascend feature, so you still have to go up all of the floors. And the quick descend is not the top floor all the way to the bottom floor, it's the top floor all the way to outside the castle. So if you forgot something and had to go back, you still have to go back all the way up the stairs. Finished construction of the abandoned mines, sort of. So while it says that we finished construction of the map, that's really not what happened. We did open up one area over here where you can find some planks, and if you move the planks, then you can go down and find this one room with some stairs and a sign that says only in the circumstance of a squad or something like that. And then above that will be a teleportation circle hexagram, which is not accessible yet. That might be accessible in the next update, but we really don't have too many ideas for that right now. So it's still in early development of what the mines will be, but we're thinking it's going to be some sort of DLC sort of add-on. And by DLC, I don't mean like pay for content, I really mean more of like we'll add it on later and it'll be an extra thing that will not be either canon or won't be really a part of the actual main story, obviously. Removed American's level 10 fake nuke skill due to confusion and frustration, and also the joke was not really that funny. One of the old skills that the American used to have was once you reached level 10, you got a nuke skill. Upon using this nuke skill in battle, the game would immediately end since, you know, you just detonated a nuke 10 feet in front of you. It would immediately kill the player, end the game, and that was the joke of it. You can still use the nuke at the very end of the game after you defeat Hirohito and you're facing off the two island masses, but there is no longer the ability to use that skill in normal combat, since there would be no use for it. And also sometimes it would get in the way since it was the first skill that would come up when you use skills, and if you hadn't saved in a while, it would just end your game and it would be frustrating. Made Toho's and Hirohito's deaths more dramatic. Pretty much I just made it so that their deaths are, you know, the more stereotypical final boss sort of collapse feature. I did also change it so that Toho's first death is just has no animation, because, you know, he's not dead. He's defeated, he's not dead because he has a second wave, second form, and so basically it makes the first fight a bit anticlimactic in the ending, but then it transitions into the second fight. So, made it slightly more weird in Toho's battle, but also made it slightly more cool with the final death that happens for him and Hirohito. After using the turkey bomb, there will be a slightly increased spawn range of bonsais across the map. This is true, sort of. If you get the turkey bomb and blow up the mountains in the middle of the map, there will be a now more increased spawn rate of bonsai soldiers. So if you're confused about where the new spawn range is, it's pretty much anywhere around mountains. And the mountains go as far as meaning those small dirt mountains that you see around mountains, as well as bunches of bushes, and also the mountain range towards Hirohito's castle. Fix some parallax background issues and added some more. This is in reference to the backgrounds that you are seeing on screen right now, the ones that show up behind some maps whenever it is transparent in the editing of the maps on RPG Maker. You can choose to add a parallax background or choose to leave it blank and otherwise be a black background. There were some issues in the early updates of this game, which I had never noticed before when making the game, but on some older sort of PCs, it did break the background somewhat, so I think we were able to find the fix for that, but if some issues still come up, we will find those in the future. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this update and for supporting. If you guys didn't know, this was not the first update since we released the game on itch.io a few days ago. This is the first update since around 6 months ago, maybe more than that, when the game was first made. Because we first made this game in December of 2023 for a final project for US history about the Battle of Okinawa. And we wanted to make it a bit goofy, a bit funny, so we made it into a video game. And, well, the rest is history. Quite literally. So, thank you guys for watching this first update showcase, and we will see you for the next one, probably not too far from now.